Unique in every way.
Citi Prime News at 12 midday. Update you on all the running stories and connect you to the newsmakers.
Citi News.
It's midday. Hello, good afternoon to you and welcome to the Citi Prime News on 97.3 Citi FM. The news is live from our studios at number 11 Dr. Martin Loop in Adabraka, Accra. We are also live on all affiliates across the 16 regions of the country. Western Region, Beach FM 105.5 and Sky Power FM 93.5, both in Takrady. Bono Region, Greener FM 95.9 in Sunyani. In Ashanti Region, Focus FM 94.3 on KNUST campus in Kumasi, and Orange FM 107.9 also in Kumasi. The news is also live around the world on citinewsroom.com. I'm Hawa Idris Mustafa. Coming up in the next 30 minutes, Trade Union Congress embarks on a fact-finding visit to Kwenyako Headworks in the Central Region to assess the impact of Galamsey on water treatment following the resumption of operations at the facility after a shutdown caused by high turbidity levels in the water. Also coming up, Minister for Foreign Affairs rejects reports suggesting the U.S. plans to deport Salvadorian national Abrigo Garcia to Ghana. This afternoon we hear from Imani Africa, who are demanding the government to make its recent deportation deal with the governments of the U.S. public.
It will be important for him to tell us exactly what has been agreed with the United States government, so that you see, we all are not kept in the dark. Otherwise, when we see other stories again, we may be wondering what exactly did they mean. You know, the Trump administration is an unusual one, and so you need to be very careful whatever you agree or deal with them.
Still ahead, flag bearer aspirants of the New Patriotic Party pick positions on the ballot paper ahead of the party's presidential primary on January 31, 2026. We'll tell you who picked what in this bulletin.
Honorable Ken Ohini Ejapon will be number 1. Honorable Dr. Brian Echampo is number 2 on the ballot paper. His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia will be number 3 on the ballot paper. Honorable Dr. Yao Ose Edichun will be number 4 on the ballot paper, and Engineer Kwabena Ejapon will be number 5 on the ballot paper.
And later we hear from residents of Ataso, a farming community in the Achuma Imponia district of the Ashanti region, who are grappling with severe health challenges due to the absence of a health facility in the area. All that and more on Citi Prime News, which is also live in the Volta region on Revival FM 99.3 in Tajewu, VOV Radio 95.7 in Hohoi, Northern Region Radio Bimbila 91.9 in Bimbila, Upper East Quality FM 88.7 in Garu, Mike FM 105.3 in Navrongo, Upper West we are live on Tunsonga FM 97.3 in Wa, and Drapa FM 96.1 in Drapa.
Citi Prime News at 12 midday. Update you on all the running stories and connect you to the newsmakers.
Thank you for staying with us. Now, the leadership of the Trade Union Congress has embarked on a fact-finding visit to the Kwenyako Headworks in the Central Region to assess the impact of illegal mining on water treatment. This visit follows the recent resumption of operations at the facility after a shutdown caused by high turbidity levels in the water. Let's go live to the Central Region and speak to my colleague Fauzi Masaudu, who is currently with the team from TUC. Fauzi, good afternoon to you. Thank you so much for your time. What's more, can you tell us about the visit of TUC to Kwenyako?
Good afternoon, Hawa. So we know that the Trade Union Congress have increasingly been vocal about their position on the menace of illegal mining and its ecological threats. And today's exercise is essentially to inform their next line of action and, if you like, to cement their position on the threats of illegal mining. Earlier, we visited the Kwenyako Headworks, where the team visited some critical parts of the treatment, the water treatment center. We know that the headworks was closed some weeks ago, actually, due to some fault on the the intake farm, but now he's resumed the operation, and the team from the National Leadership from the Trade Union Congress have visited to see for themselves what the situation is. But even though they have resumed operation, the water, the purity or the clarity of the water is still in the storage state. But then the Ghana Water Limited, from also for discussion we had with them, that also they are intensify efforts to restore, purity. Now we are en route to Burin in the eastern region, where a similar exercise is expected to be conducted. For that place, we understand the situation is even more dire. At least two of the intake farms are reportedly shut down due to, the heavy cells that are contained in some of these waters. Has become quite a challenge for it to be treated to an extent.
Per your conversation with some residents of Kwenyako, what do they make of the resumption of operations by the Ghana Water Limited?
Well, it's definitely, a huge sigh of relief for them, because we know that when the treatment plants were shut down, it caused a severe, water crisis. And so for them, it's music to their ears, and they're expecting that the Ghana Water Limited will ramp up its efforts to ensure that the purity of the water is restored in its complete state.
Grateful for your time. Fawzi Masawood is my colleague here at Citi FM. Now, away from that, the Minister for Foreign Affairs, Samuel Okudzeto-Ablakwa, has dismissed as false international media reports claiming that the U.S. plans to deport Salvadorian Kilma Abrego Garcia to Ghana. Several international news outlets reported that the U.S. Department of Homeland Security had notified Abrego Garcia's attorneys of plans to deport him to Ghana. In a Facebook post responding to the report, Mr. Ablakwa clarified that Ghana is not accepting Abrego Garcia. He stated that this position has been directly conveyed to the U.S. authorities. He stressed that Ghana's agreement with the U.S. only covers the acceptance of non-criminal West Africans on humanitarian grounds and does not extend to nationals from other regions. Meanwhile, President of civil society organization Imani Africa, Franklin Kujo, while welcoming the clarification from the Foreign Affairs Minister, urged the ministry to update Ghanaians on its recent deportation deal with the U.S. government.
Oh, well, that's good news because the way the story was done is as if Ghana they are in talks with Ghana already. And you see, this thing fits into the narrative that we all don't know what the negotiator and the foreign minister. So I'm happy it's clear that that particular misunderstanding or whatever misinformation. It will be important for him to tell us exactly what has been agreed with the United States government, so that you see, we all are not kept in the dark. Otherwise, when we see other stories again, we may be wondering what exactly did they mean. The Trump administration is a very unusual one, and so you need to be very careful whatever you agree or deal with them. So it's good news to know that the minister suggests or says that they're not going to take the gentleman who is supposed to be brought here.
President of Imani Africa, Franklin Kujo, the Ministry of Education is reiterating its call on victims of placement charges to report such incidents to the appropriate authorities. This comes amid widespread concerns that some individuals are demanding huge sums of money to place students in preferred schools, sparking public outreach and calls for investigations. Speaking to Citi News, Media Relations Officer for the Ministry of Education, Hashmin Mohammed, urged the public to report such incidents to enable the arrest and prosecution of the culprits.
We have reached out to the people who have raised those allegations, and unfortunately the many people that we have reached out, they have not been able to provide us with leads or any evidence, and it has made our work very, very difficult for us. Just yesterday, one of the Secretary Generals for the Building and Construction Union Association of the Trade Union Congress also raised similar allegations. We went to him with our investigation team, but unfortunately he couldn't provide us with any lead. So that has been our frustration with regards to the issues of allegations of bribery. We now feel that they are all part of a formulated conspiratorial narrative, make it look like the BEC placement system is out for sale. Let me reiterate the position of the Ministry of Education to state emphatically that the BECE placement is not for sale. If you encounter anyone demanding or asking for money for that service, please kindly report that person the nearest police station or the office of the special prosecutor.
Media Relations Officer for the Ministry of Education, Hashmin Mohammed, in the Ashanti Region Deputy Regional Coordinator of the Free Senior High School Secretariat, Michael Owusu-Befi, has refuted allegations of bribery leveled against the Secretariat in the ongoing school placement exercise. He stressed that the process is entirely free and cautioned parents against engaging middlemen or agents. Mr. Owusu-Befi added that the Secretariat has so far resolved more than 6,000 placement-related issues with all outstanding complaints from the region forwarded to Accra for further action.
Here we don't pay money. We don't pay money to get admission. We have schools available. When you come and you prefer any of those schools, you put your word in it. If you come through an agent, the agent will come here. We will do it for the agent for free, and maybe that person is the one coming to charge you. So if you have any challenge, anything, come to the center. Don't go to a second party or a third party. We don't do that. So if you have any issue and you go behind, you go see somebody somewhere and the person takes your money, it's not us. We don't take any money here. We don't deal with monetary issues here. Oh, by grace of God, at first you could see when we started from the first day, there was a lot of crowd. This hall was almost full. By grace of God now, the number has reduced. People are coming for feedback for the work that we did for them. Some of them, yes, have gone through. Others are also still pending. The system has changed from previous years, what we used to do. Now we send all the reports to Accra, and then they do it from Accra. When frustration sets in, parents can do anything. When frustration sets in, parents can do anything. People will come to you that I know this person, I know Mark can help me, give me this for Mark. Nothing comes to me of that sort. So please, come to the center, come and see us, let us understand your problem, and then let us help you. Rather than you going behind to go and see somebody. If you go behind and go and see somebody, that person is not working with us.
That was Deputy Ashanti Regional Coordinator of the Free Senior High School Secretariat, Michael Owusu-Befi. Let's do one of our headline stories now. And former Asin Central MP Kennedy Ohene Ejapon will be the first to appear on the ballot paper for the January 2026 NPP presidential primary. This follows the conclusion of the balloting process for the aspirant today. Flag bearer for the party in the 2024 elections, Dr. Mohamedou Bawumia, picked the third position on the ballot, while Abetifi MP Brian Echampo picked number 2 on the ballot. Former Education Minister Dr. Yaose Educhum will be the fourth candidate on the ballot, and former General Secretary Kwabena Ejapon picked number 5. Here is the Director of Electoral Services for the Electoral Commission, Dr. Benjamin Banobiu, announcing the results of the balloting process.
By and large, we have brought proceedings to an end, and here are the results in terms of the positions each of the candidates will be on the ballot paper. Honorable Ken Ohene Ejapon will be number 1, or the first candidate on the ballot paper. Dr. Brian Echampo is number 2 on the ballot paper. Then His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia will be number 3 on the ballot paper. Honorable Dr. Yaose Educhum will be number 4 on the ballot paper. And Engineer Kwabena Ejapon will be number 5 on the ballot paper.
Director of Electoral Services for the Electoral Commission, Dr. Benjamin Banobiu. Let's go live to the NPP head office and speak to my colleague Hansen Ajuman. Hansen, how are the various representatives of the candidates receiving the ballots, that the positions of their various candidates? Hansen? Yes, Hansen, thank you. If you can hear me, I'm asking, how are the various representatives of the 5 aspirants for the NPP presidential primary picking or receiving the positions that their candidates have picked ahead of next year's presidential primary?
Well, but for Kennedy Ohene Ejapon and Kwabena Ejapon comes to seem to overtake some meaning to the numbers. The rest believe that they are mere numbers and that it's just up to them to market the candidate. For Kennedy Ohene Ejapon team, they believe that number 1 signals that Kennedy Ohene Ejapon will be first. They say that in the past presidential primaries, when he participated, he was number 1. And having picked number 1 again this time, it signifies that he is going to make some impact to the extent of winning the election. Now, for Kwabena Japan, who picked number 5, his team says if you look at the NPP and coming to power in 2000, they were number 5 on the ballot paper. And so Kwabena Japan having picked number 5, not only is it easy to market the number 5 is of some significance to the MPP, or let's say the last number is of significance. Dr. Brian Echampo's team, number 2, I spoke with the one of his aides, one of the persons in his team, Mr. Kwame Wusu, who in 2023 was a campaign chairman for Kennedy Ohene Japan, and he says, yes, having done this before, the number is given to you and it's up to you to market it for delegates to know. For Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, number 3, I spoke with Ferric Opari Ansa, who also indicated that if there's any form of messaging that is made around the name, it is only aimed at getting the attention of the candidates, and that no other relevance really is attached to the number because their campaign is not linked to the number. And for number 4, Dr. Yose Dichum's team, they also believe that it's up to them to advertise the number 4 and make delegates be aware of this number. So all in all teams are happy with the process thus far and believe that they are at a place that they can easily market these numbers.
Hansen, balloting has been done today. What happens next ahead of the presidential primaries?
Well, administratively, the party will have to release a statement communicating to party officers generally and to party members of the outcome of the balloting, which is reported already. What follows from that will be the campaigning of the various aspirants and who will now become candidates, technically speaking, which is presidential candidate. But obviously, in the technical sense of it, they become candidates. But in putting it in a better manner, perhaps they become presidential candidates hopefuls. So they move from aspirants to candidates, having been passed by the vetting committee and successfully gone through vetting. And then the next monumental thing to expect will be the printing of ballot papers from the party itself, liaising with the Electoral Commission ahead of the January 31, 2026 presidential primary.
Grateful for your time. Hansen Ajuman is my colleague here at Citi FM and Channel 1 TV. This is still the Citi Prime News on 97.3 Citi FM. I am Hawa Idrisu Mustafa. Still to come, we hear from residents of Ataso, a farming community in the Chimampunya district of the Ashanti region who are grappling with severe health challenges due to the absence of a health facility. Please don't go away.
Citi Prime News at 12 midday. Update you on all the running stories and connect you to the newsmakers.
Luck is everywhere for everyone, yeah.
The winning season is back, but this time I am collecting the wins like jollof at a wedding. The luckiest season 3 is here. Your chance to flip your luck or maybe your bank account too.
2 easy ways to join. Dial *712#. Hit 1 to buy for you or 2 to gift a friend. Feeling lucky? Pick 1 for a random number or hit 2 to choose your own. Pay with mobile money. Done. You're in.
Or go to theluckiestafrica.com, click community tickets, choose your number or let the system do so for you. You can buy a ticket for your boo or your favorite barber. Pay with Mumu or card if you're abroad.
1 ticket could turn your 1 Ghana cedi into 500 times more. And the whole community could win 10 times over.
Dial *712# or log on.
Let's get lucky together because luck is everywhere.
Play responsibly, not for persons under 18 years. This promotion is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform.
This October, Northern Ghana takes center stage. Get ready for the Northern Business Fair 2025, the ultimate one-stop shop for everything made in Ghana in the Savannah, Northern, Northeast, Upper East, and Upper West regions. From hand-woven smokes and intricate crafts to modern manufacturing, innovative packaging of made-in-Ghana products, and thriving homegrown businesses, it's a vibrant celebration of talent, innovation, and authenticity. Brought to you by Channel 1 TV and 97.3 Citi FM, it's the biggest trade fair showcasing Kenyan SMEs, startups, research bodies, and indigenous brands making waves across the nation. It's happening on Saturday the 25th and Sunday the 26th of October 2025 at the Terminus Sports Stadium. The time is 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. daily. Want to exhibit? Call 0205-973-973 today and book your space. Don't just hear about it, see it, experience it, and live it. The Northern Business Fair, your market, your connections, your growth. The Northern Business Fair 2025 is powered by Channel 1 TV and 97.3 Citi FM and is proudly sponsored by EcoBank, Side Hustle, the Ghana Enterprises Agency, and the Ghana Export Promotion Authority.
City Prime News at 12 midday. Update you on all the running stories and connect you to the newsmakers.
Thank you for staying with us. The National Service Authority has dismissed claims of a system jam on its new registration portal for the 2025-2026 service year. This comes after some applicants complained of errors during registration. Speaking to Citi News, Deputy Director General of the Authority, Donko Fusini, urged prospective personnel to ensure that details on their Ghana card match the information submitted by their schools before applying. He explained that the Ghana card is the main source of biometric verification and any mismatch will prevent applicants from completing the process. He advised those affected to swear an affidavit and have their schools correct the record for the system to update automatically.
The source code for your identification, the biometric identification by the system, is your Ghana card. So just make sure the list or the name and your details, your bio data from the school matches exactly with what is on your Ghana card. Otherwise, the system recognizes you as an impersonator or a ghost name. It will not allow you to conclude the process. So if your name has changed, just do the affidavit, go to the school, let the school do the correction. Our system will automatically be upgraded. But for now, like I said, over 50,000 people have gone through the system already. How were they able to go through? They did the right thing. So the few challenges that are coming, please, they should follow the procedure I've given them. When it gets to the deadline and we realize that this is the situation, till then, the Director General will know what to do. But for now, this is the only available window of opportunity for them.
He added that the platform has been upgraded to accommodate over 150,000 users, dismissing claims of a technical breakdown as more than 50,000 applicants have successfully registered so far.
The system has been expanded that it can accommodate even over 150,000 people at a go. If they all try to apply at the same time, it will be able to accommodate them. And like I said, over 50,000 people have gone through already. And we are expecting about 130,000 plus people. So it is not about system jamming or otherwise nothing would have happened at all. But it is specifically telling you the bio data on your Ghana card is not matching with the name from your school.
Donko Fusini is the Deputy Director General in charge of Finance and Administration at the National Service Authority. Board Chairman of the Forestry Commission, Professor Martin Obin Ababiu, has called for stronger political commitment and a united front in addressing the country's long-standing challenge of illegal mining, commonly referred to as Galamsey. Speaking on Channel 1 TV's Breakfast Daily Show, Professor Otin Ababiu stressed that the fight against Galamsey goes beyond enforcement, requiring coordinated policies, interagency cooperation and active involvement of local authorities.
We need political will and consensus. Now we are talking about, every Ghanaian is talking about it. The pastors are talking about, the imams are. So there's a consensus that we need to find a solution to it. Perhaps where we are not agreeing, perhaps, is the modus operandi. We are also saying that the policy should be holistic. It should not be siloed. The EPA does this, Forestry Commission does this, Water Resource does this. We should have a comprehensive policy that addresses the challenge. So we are proposing first the centralization of the licensing regime. Hitherto, if one wants to do small-scale mining, you have to apply. It comes to Accra, and it takes a year and plus. Fancy a situation where somebody is in Awaso looking for permit to mine. He puts in his application, and it takes 2 years from Awaso to Accra, in and out, for 2 years. And the longevity of an illegal mining site is between 6 months and a year. Once they start plot, 6 months, they are done. So if you want to delay for 1 year, 2 years before you give the license, you go and see a devastated land.
He also expressed concern about the growing financial influence of illegal miners on security personnel, noting that while government pays Blue Water Guards between 700 and 800 cedis, illegal miners entice them with as much as 5,000 cedis to look the other way, undermining operations on the ground.
The water guards that we train, government paid them, I think, 700 or 800. The Galamseyers were prepared to give them 5,000
a month.
5,000. So don't report. In fact, if you have the number of, we count the number of water guards on site now, they are virtually gone. We use the low bed to bring the excavators from the site to safe place, isn't it?
Yes.
And we pay 5,000. They'll give you 20,000 not to go. Try ask you to get them to go join you to the site to bring the don't go. That is the gravity of the situation. That's the reason why I'm saying that it is deep-seated, and you need to understand so that you can fashion out a better solution. It's not one size fits all. If you go to Upper East, their system is different. They do hard rocks.
Okay.
They go down. Their challenge is neither water or no. Go to Western, Northwestern, and Ashanti, Carrier, Baby any.
Professor Martin Obenababio is board chairman of the Forestry Commission. This October, all roads lead to Tamale for Ghana's biggest business event, the Northern Business Fair 2025, powered by Channel 1 TV and Citi FM. Happening on Saturday, October 25 and Sunday, October 26 at the Tamale Sports Stadium, the fair will showcase the best of made-in-Ghana products and local innovation from across the 5 northern regions. The 2-day fair will feature exhibitions, networking sessions and live showcases celebrating the creativity, resilience and enterprise of northern Ghana. Speaking on the City Breakfast Show, Managing Director of Citi FM and Channel 1 TV, Samuel Atamensa, said the fair would create an avenue for the northern economy to establish a more structured level of trade.
Gives me some warmth that finally we are doing this up north, you know, because if you look at the SME economy of the northern sector, I think it needs more input so that they can establish a proper level in terms of demand and supply, you know. So we are using our platform to showcase what they have, because it's not just the northern sector trading among themselves, but southerners also moving there, you know, because lots of the things that they offer are things that are of great value. Okay, and is a demand that can really put it in a proper perspective. So it's to stimulate demand.
Managing Director of Citi FM and Channel 1 TV, Samuel Atamensa. The Northern Business Fair 2025 is proudly sponsored by EcoBank, Side Hustle, the Ghana Enterprises Agency and the Ghana Export Promotion Authority. Residents of Ataso, a farming community in the Echimampunia district of the Ashanti region, are facing serious health challenges due to the lack of a health facility in the area. The situation has left many, including pregnant women, vulnerable as they are forced to travel long distances to access basic health care. Residents say the nearest health center is several kilometers away and the only available means of transport are motorbikes, which they describe as unsafe, especially for expectant mothers and the sick.
de my pa titu ye me clamp menyam no wo be kwa hospital me nam kono akwanche wo be kwa case kan boarding wo free hair kwa akwanche he ya wo mje 30 cedis se mo ye nipa me no assist ti e me wo kan me kula ahomachia wo kam ka bia ni kulum ha a me de be ko moto e de me kono nipa me ensan ye te so se 90 cedis ye koye hospital ni kulum hanti me fi moto so si ya me so makunya ba kuma doctor ni nsebla me ka chere nse minti me akola na ba abonten hwa hospital kwan na no abonten hwa na me wotoyi.
That was a resident of Ataso farming community in the Chimampunia district of the Ashanti region. Basically, what she said is that it's always a challenge for residents in that area seeking healthcare because there's no facility in the area. And once, when she was in labor, there was no vehicle to take her to the hospital, so she had to sit on a motorbike. We'll bring you more on that in a subsequent bulletin. But that'll be it for today's edition of the City Prime News, which has been live from our studios in Adabraka in Accra. Please log on to citynewsroom.com for more stories. I am Hawa Idris Mustafa. Thank you for doing the listening and have a great weekend.
City News. We